Let me give you a typical example. Let's say your mom falls sick and needs a surgery urgently. What are you going to do? Are you going to be worried about where the money would come from? Or will you just whip out your debit card, pay for the surgery, and on your way home even buy her a new car? How much can you really afford at this time? Okay, financial freedom entails you being able to do these things without thinking twice because you have prepared adequately for them. First, everybody who wants to attain financial freedom has to adjust his or her mindset. What does that mean? You have to stop thinking like a poor or average person and start thinking like a rich person. You must have investments. You must have both portfolio investments and passive. What do I mean by these? Okay. It means that's actually the second step in gaining financial freedom after adjusting your mindset. So after adjusting your mindset, you will now split your funds, the funds you'll be making from your business or from your job, into three. And I'll explain the three types of income you make. The first is the ordinarily earned income. That's your basic salary. So you work for an employer and then they pay you X amount. That is your ordinarily earned income. Don't spend it all. You must split the funds into probably two. Invest a portion in things like stocks or bonds or mutual funds, and then invest the other part into something that would earn you passive income. You can start contributing towards buying a house that you could rent out. That is a very good example of something that would yield money, that is passive income. On the other hand, you can decide to write a book. Develop yourself. When you write a book, you would get royalty. In that case, you don't have to do anything to earn passive income. You've already laid a foundation that would ensure that whether you're working or not, you would continue to make money. This is unlike that of ordinarily earned income, in which you must be at the office, you must be at your place of work in order to make money. So again, I'll take you through the three types of income. Ordinarily earned income, which is your basic salary, which you get from being at your place of work. You have to be there. You have to work to earn that money. Secondly, passive income, which is basically the amount you get from investing in something that gives you steady cash year in, year out. For example, real estate or writing a book and getting royalty. In that case, you don't have to be there. You do this work once or you invest once and then it keeps giving you returns. Thirdly is your portfolio income. As the name goes, portfolio. That means you invest in a portfolio of stocks or bonds or mutual funds. Step 3 now is for you to be able to evaluate yourself as an investor. Are you an asset or a liability to yourself? So you have to evaluate this based on your financial literacy level. If you have a high level of financial literacy, that means you're an asset to yourself. You would never get broke in the future because you know what to do. You either have this ordinarily earned income or passive income or portfolio income. You are never going to get broke. On the other hand, if you do not know anything about these types of income to a detailed level where you can apply them to your life and improve your life, then my dear, I'm sorry, you might be a liability to yourself. You want to fix this. You want to stop being a liability to yourself and become an asset. Who doesn't want that? Okay, step 4, right, is for you to know what kind of ideas or market or ideas or business strategies, yes, that would make you a lot of money. Let me give you an example. So someone comes to you and says, you know what, my dear, I need 1 million from you, to buy this plaza. When I buy the plaza, I'll rent it out to people who would be in there. You're not my only investor. I'll get the remaining part of the money from other people. But then I'll put in some businessmen who would rent offices in this plaza and would make money. Would you give that person your money? No. Don't do that. You have to ask the person first, what's your experience in managing real estate? How many have you done in the past? Can I see your cash flow statement? And for you to ask all these questions, you have to have already known what a cash flow statement is in the first place. So you see, step 4, like I said, is being able to know what deal would give you money and which deals are just scam, yeah? All right. The fifth one is being able to evaluate risk/reward. For example, if you finally decide to go into the stock market or the bond market, how much are you going to put in and how much are you going to get out? You have to be able to calculate your profit versus loss in case you lose money. And then you have to be able to hedge. Hedge means being able to position yourself in case the investment doesn't go through. You have something to fall back on. If you do not have anything to fall back on, that is not good. You have not evaluated your loss position properly. You have to be able to know if you're going to make money or lose money, and then what you're going to do about that. That is being able to evaluate. So let me run through these 5 steps again towards gaining financial freedom. Number 1, change your mindset. Think rich, don't think poor. Number 2, know the types of income, which are ordinarily earned income, passive income, and portfolio income, and be able to split the money you make into these 3 classes so that you always have something in the future. You're not always running around looking for money. You will not be broke. All right, that's step 2. Step 3 is being able to evaluate yourself. Know if you're an asset or a liability onto yourself and fix it by gaining financial literacy. All right, step 4 is being able to know the deal that will bring you good money and the one that will not. Then step 5 is being able to evaluate your risk and your reward. Know how much you can put into a business or into stocks or into bonds and how much you get out of it. It means being able to put off what you want now until a later time when you can get it bigger and better. Let me give you a typical example. So as a guy, you love to buy Gucci shoes. That's okay, it's fine. But then you do not just earn your ordinarily earned income from your job and then use all of it to buy these Gucci shoes. That is unwise. You might want to split the money you make from your salary into something that would yield portfolio income for you in the future, and also into something else that would yield you passive income. Be smart. So let's say you start putting this money into a real estate property, passive income, and then you put some others into bonds and mutual funds. Good. When you finally get interest from these things, then you can use it to buy your Gucci shoes. The same thing applies to you as a lady. You love LV bags. Oh, well done. It's fine. But then you do not just want to spend your salary on those things. You want to invest that salary first. When it has yielded interest, when it has given you something back, then you can use that interest to pursue other desires. You can use it to buy anything you like. So delay your gratification so that you'll be able to make enough money for the future, because in the future you might have more urgent needs like medical needs. You might want to have a house of your own, which will be more important eventually than those luxury goods you want to buy now. Okay, I will recommend 2 major books on this subject of financial freedom. The first is Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It talks about you changing your mindset and then being able to invest wisely. All the 6 principles I've given you today for financial freedom are from his book. You would love that book. It is an amazing asset for everyone who wants to gain financial freedom. The second book is a classic piece called The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. This book will take you through 7 laws of money and then 5 laws of gold. It will teach you basically step by step what you should do with your money, how you should pay 10% at least of your salary to yourself by investing it. Because it says, every month you pay either your barber or your hairdresser or your dressmaker. What do you pay yourself? At the end of the month, you see that you have nothing in your accounts that is left for you to fall back on. Or after working for 5 years, 10 years, you have nothing. You've spent everything you have made by paying the barber, paying the hairdresser, paying who else? The nurses, the doctors, and you have nothing left. That is a disfavor to yourself. So go ahead, get these books. Some of them, I think both of them actually, are online as free PDF versions. Alternatively, you can also buy them from a bookshop or on Amazon.